Hello, you guys.
Would you believe we were having fun before the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. Look what comes out of those lips.
I know.
And the gums. And
Yeah, I haven't brushed my teeth yet.
Oh my God.
I've just oil pulled. Okay.
All right,
Hello,
Patty.
Patty.
Patty,
Hi from
Patty,
Texas. Hello,
Bob.
Brisket Bob.
Patty Bob. Oh, look at that.
Okay,
Double Texas.
Rue,
Rue
hello.
is watching. I don't believe Rue's in Texas.
Really?
I don't believe Rue is.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Sorry, I thought you said.
I
Hello,
believe
Anne.
Rue is not in Texas.
And Chris Smith.
Chris is from the cold country. Bill
Cold
Perry.
country. Canada.
No, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's up north.
Where? Like
I
New
know.
York.
I do not want to
Up
tag Eric
there.
Stafford. He is not in this video.
Hello,
Right?
Arafani.
He's not
Hello,
bad looking,
Alicia.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and we
they
tagged
think-
him.
Apparently, Eric.
So people
is
going,
a good-looking
oh,
guy.
what's Eric up to these days?
Looks like Victoria.
Yeah,
That's
hiya,
right.
Heidi.
Heidi has joined the show. So
Someone-
is Judy. Well, we got a lot of people that are showing up
Oh,
on the
Judy
live
Nelson.
call on
Hello.
Sunday here. Here's a hint. Right?
Yes.
Only got a few spots left, guys.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I mean, y'all that are dicking around, like, oh,
Hello,
I don't
Barbara
know,
Brown.
I might. I mean, let's see, it's $20. It's 3 in the
And
afternoon
Janina.
in New York time, or 8 in London, but I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to miss The Simpsons. Right.
Yummy, yes. Hello.
Janina.
And Ood.
Oud, 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 oud. I don't know. Oud, ood.
Okay. And Stella Jim. Hiya.
Michelle has joined the show.
All right. So what's
Pillberry.
Bill Perry?
Pillberry. Oh, it's, like,
Hello.
it's like a little doll, isn't it? Like, oh, yeah, give me the Pillberry, please. Be a
Hello.
good liquor. Yeah.
And Karen.
Pillberry
Hiya.
liquor. See, tastes like.
All right. So what's today's on?
Today we're answering your questions live at the
Oh,
Philly Real
cool.
Fun Show, number
Excellent.
493.
I like
The at-home
these.
vet is supposed to come today, which will be good fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll be going to the dog park at lunchtime because
That's right.
that's when we go.
That's true.
After swimming.
Hello, John.
Dallas, Texas. That is the rightness. I love Dallas. Never been
So
there.
John's
Except
checking
on the
in as
airplane.
well from Texas. There's a lot
That's
of
right.
Texas
A lot of
people.
Texas here.
Hello,
Yeah.
Andrew Maxwell.
When you guys secede from the Union, let me know. Right? Yeah, that way I...
Oh, you got the flu, Karen. I did.
Ooh.
She's got a question.
Absolutely.
We'll see how we go.
That's
We've
right.
got some people's questions
Don't
here.
imagine puking. Right?
Puking.
Puking.
When you got the flu.
Yeah, don't imagine puking. Right? Hey, looking at the porcelain god. Ooh, here it comes. I already hear.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
Hello, Wayne.
Doobie, doobie,
All right.
doobie. When I was a cop, by the way, before we get to the whole thing, right, I can remember, like, there were those days, right? You go to work really sick, can only see out of one eye because I had a sty, and I had the shits and a sty. And the only thing that worked, I worked in this little town, I'm not going to name the name, but we had a 6-cylinder Dodge Aspen that had 3 cylinders that actually worked.
Oh.
And so it's 3 in the morning, and I'm listening to, what was his name? It wasn't Chuck Harder, but it was some guy with a lovely deep voice talking about depression.
All right.
And it's like, all right, I just want to put my
Speaking
gun to
about
my
depression.
head, right? And suddenly we got a call, I forget the car number, but it's suddenly like, I don't have time for this shit, right? And instantly I can see out of both eyes. I don't feel like I'm going to puke, right? Not worried about, like, being all alone in the world. Right?
There you go.
So,
So,
anyway.
that's for Karen.
All right. So
And I
that's,
saw
boom,
Joe with an E.
right.
And Laurel, I saw you arrived. Hiya, Vicky, you're there.
The 80s were
Excellent.
great. I tell you what, the hair, I mean, there's something about the hot chicks in the 80s with the hair. I mean, they all got that same porn star look,
How did we get to here with ladies with porn star look?
Joe showed up,
Oh, it's all his fault.
That's
Hello,
all Joe's
Catherine.
fault. All right, so we're
Okay.
going to answer your questions live, episode 493.
Cool.
So don't give us your questions yet. Hold
No.
on. We've got some
Hang on,
here
Michelle.
already.
Yeah, we've
And
got some that people have given us.
Cut and paste that later when we'll say, all
yeah,
right,
we'll
who else
say,
has a question?
Yeah. Hiya, Gary.
Gary is watching.
And for
Gary's always watching.
Wednesday shows always tend to be we answer your questions. So
Sometimes we ignore your questions.
sometimes we do.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
Michelle,
Type it in later.
type it in later, or if we don't have time for it, or
Yeah,
whatever,
PM
or
us and
you
we'll do a
don't
show
do
on
it,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
PM
so-
us, or look for the post on 20's timeline, is it?
Absolutely.
Yes, every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Well, your
right.
Tuesday.
Angela, how
Okay.
late are you? As
Hello,
usual?
Shannon.
As
And
usual.
you'll say, we're just starting. Let's start with
Oh,
the
no,
first
we
question.
started without. Okay,
Oh,
so we're
no,
not doing the
so go to
homework thing?
freeneville.com. Go to join us in.
We've got a live call, a few spots left. Grab them if you're getting them seriously.
Yep.
I'm going to send the email out tomorrow. They will be gone.
Yeah, there's only a few left. Hi, Phoenix. And for refunds, go to feelitrealfun.com. Hello, Anastasia.
On Sundays once in a while. Well, we did. Stop
Okay.
sniveling.
What's the question?
All right, so.
First one. How to feel it real for health when you constantly feel like crap.
Oh, my
cool.
God.
This is good for Karen as well.
So, ready?
Sorry, not saying you constantly feel like crap.
That's the
Wanting to
IU
get rid of
push
the flu.
again, guys. How do you do that? Right? How do I do it? Bring it home.
How to feel it real for health? Oh, when you
constantly feel like crap.
Got ya.
Okay? No, not accepting that.
Okay.
Right? And again, it's not the words, it's a perceptual position. Okay? Yeah, the problem. Okay, watch this. Ready? I'm the solution. Want to make some money? There's a problem. Yep, the problem. Right? You all got a problem. We all have a problem. There's this problem. Right? Versus, I'm the solution. This is a perceptual position. So this, well, let's call this pre-manifesting. Right? We're moving way before the wish. How do I imagine feeling well when I constantly feel like crap? If you do that, by the way, you get to notice, do I constantly feel like it? No. Imposible. No es posible para usted. Right?
Impossible.
It is impossible to feel the same emotion or the same physical condition 24/7. I have yet to find anyone who does it.
Yeah.
I mean, people have come and they've sat down with me, right? They say, I'm depressed. It's all right, this will be fun. So I drink and smoke and talk, and they say, and I go, right?
Yeah, blow the cigar smoke in their face.
And then I'll pour
And for
more
that
whiskey, and I'll put the
moment,
bottle on their side of the table.
They don't feel like
and after a while, they go, will you fucking stop that? And it's like, hey, hold on, that's not depression.
That's
well,
anger.
that's called anger. See, that's a different emotion. Right? Oh, it doesn't count. Well, how many of those do you have a day that doesn't count, right? So, first, let's eliminate that IU push. That's a perceptual position. That's an imagining.
Hey, Bruce.
Bruce.
Brucey boy.
What do you do when your dog barks all the time during a show?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, get that perceptual position nailed. Second of all, scan for exceptions. Because if you scan for exceptions, you can find some lovely things to feed. So let's start there. That is, by the way, notice that's not the textbook answer. Okay. And join us on a live call. Next. Bark, bark, says Gary.
Okay.
Gary says bark, bark. Gary, you
Great.
shouldn't have started this.
Okay, Laurie. I commented on the post on your timeline before I saw this, but I'll repeat it here in case.
By the way, this is cool, right? Notice the setup, okay? I swear to God, I love this stuff. This is as close as you're going to get to a live call without getting on one. Ready? Go.
So what was the setup? The fact that you'd already...
Just
okay.
read that.
This
Yep.
is probably stupid and maybe even already been covered, but if I revised something in the past, an event, would my whole life after and maybe good things I want ever happen? If my life hadn't sort of happened the way it did until now, I wouldn't have found Neville as one big example.
I love this.
Yeah.
Because we'll call it, so if we call the first thing the IU push,
Yeah.
and we want to move in perceptual position, and then scan for exceptions,
Yeah.
right? This one here, let's call this the washing machine. Ready? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It does this?
Yeah.
Now watch this right from the beginning. This is so good because everything you do comes from a state. You do not have free will beyond imagining your state. People love to argue with me about this one, right?
Yes.
I don't have free will to tell you it, right? Loving teacher is just going to tell you the most loving message, which is you don't have to torture yourself with endless decisions every day, right? Just move into a state and let the state take care of it all, because that's what's happening anyway. By the way, you know why decision making is such torture? You're fighting your state, right? If you've got a state and then you've got doubt or state or maybe what if that, you get it? There's conflicts with states, right? Did you decide to yell fuck at Bruce? No. Loving teachers having fun. You get it? So, Victoria, let's read that again, right from the top.
Okay,
and
I
stop
commented on the post on your timeline before I saw this, but I'll repeat it here in case.
Okay, boom. Ready?
Yep.
Here's the forward, here's the back, just in case. I put it up, but just in case.
Okay.
Right?
Got ya.
I put it up, but just in case. Right? This
Yep.
is so cool.
This is probably stupid and maybe even already been covered.
All right, so no same. That's probably that. You get it?
Yeah.
By the way, play with me. Right? Just notice this. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Good.
But if I revised something in the past, an event, would my whole life after, and maybe good things I wanted, it never happened?
Get it? Boom, boom. If I revise something bad, what if the good didn't happen? You get it?
Yeah,
kaboom, 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 kaboom.
Yeah.
This is the washing machine, right? I'm imagining, right? This is common, guys. And when we flirt it out, you can kill it, right? So, by the way, people don't like it that I use words like kill and fuck and batshit crazy. Neville did. He didn't use the word fuck from what I can tell. But he did call batshit crazy from the stage, what it was, even when people sent him personal private emails. Well, not emails. Yeah, Neville invented the internet. Meanwhile, right? So get how cool. One step forward, two steps back kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? We also call this the, what's that roulette thing, right?
I've spin. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the roulette
and the ball goes bing, 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 bing. I went red, I went black, I went red, I went black, I went red, I went red, but what about black? What if it ends at the double Z? I want to win. Right? Moving to the state of having won, I don't care where the fucking ball goes. Right? So, bang. So, Tori says, I like teachers that curse I can identify. Of course you fucking can, Tori. And I know your full name.
Right.
That is the rightness. All right.
Okay.
Meanwhile, so where were we at that?
So, I don't know if we need to continue.
Okay, let's dive into the content a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
So you're imagining and then counter-imagining. Ready? I'm imagining a lovely relationship, but women always suck. They always muck it up. They're all gold diggers, right? But I'm imagining like lots of money in my life, right? But I don't feel right taking money from other people. I mean, like that richest 1% of the world, they're all pricks. And you know what rich people are like. And the money's hard. But I'm imagining money. All right. John says I'm very comfortable with whatever comes out of my mouth. There's something about body orifices. All right.
Okay.
I talk a lot of shit. What does that mean? No, I don't.
I want to find these lectures, says Sam, or something.
The lectures?
I think that's what he said. Did we mention lectures?
If you go to freeneville.com, there's the 1970s Q&A thing. I thought it was a little special thing I put together. Or refined, and you'll notice in one of those where Neville says about his buddy who's in the audience, look, I love you, pal, right? But this letter you sent me and the thing you said, no, that's bullshit, right? From the stage, right? Fascinatingly cool, because people say Neville never charged. Why do you charge? Neville never called anyone on their shit or said their stuff was batshit crazy. Yes, he did. Right? He did. I got proof. Anyway, next.
There you go. Well, look what's Bill's giving you. Click on lectures in the bubble cloud thing. In the bubble cloud thing on freeneville.com.
Right. It's the official link kind of. Whoa, the link lady's here.
Yes.
Okay, we had 2 votes yesterday, Virginia. One said link chick, the other one said link lady.
Yes, that's true. So
that is the rightness. All right.
I'll give it a look, says Sam.
That's right, Sam.
Good one,
Thanks
Sam.
for the shares and stuff. I'm still hacking on Discus, so let me know how I'm doing.
Okay.
All right, now.
So do we go to next?
Let's go to next.
Let's go to next. Do I? No. Okay. I probably know the answer.
Oh my God.
But how to feel it real when you feel like rubbish?
Oh, it's that.
You push again. How to shift into the state of feeling things will work out when you have fear they won't because they haven't in the past.
Okay. We're going to go a little deeper into IU push. Ready?
Yeah.
So, some people will do an I for all the bad. I feel like shit. I do. That's the way I do.
But they feel good.
But you know what it's like whenever you win something?
Oh, yeah.
And things work out well?
Yeah.
I'm trying to feel that way. And you know what it's like whenever, like, you get it?
Yep.
Again, it's
they're owning the crap, but not owning the good.
Yes. And it's actually 2 different states, right? me, and its dissociated concept of things that I'll call you, me.
It's a bit like split personalities.
You know what? I've got this thing, right? And I'll say it. 99% of the population is addicted. Most people say, "Yep, I'm addicted to chocolate." No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, you believe that you need chocolate to have good sex, okay? Or you need someone else to be president or prime minister so you can make money, right? Addiction is pretending the power's out there. The power, by the way, you're not putting the power out there, because if you could put the power in the fucking beer, yay, it actually would be liquid courage, right? It's not. You are the power, because we can get you drunk just by talking about your experience of beer in the right way, right? Just leading you imaginally through it. So here's the cool thing, guys. Next.
That's it? That's it for that one? Okay, then we've got...
Watch yesterday's show.
This comes from a comment on a post in the group. Would love to know how...
That's almost a no you push, or a no I push.
Yeah, how we can play with getting stuff by a certain time. For example, with what Neville says in Your Faith is Your Fortune, along with him meeting other time-based deadlines, walking the Gangplank, for example, to get back for a talk in New York. I know how to restrict ourselves to time, but I'd like to get some things...
I'm going to pull this, and I'm going to black out the name to put this up someplace, but this is really cool.
Yeah.
Because the whole first thing is about a we. Okay? This comes from a comment on a post in the group. It's all out there. Would love to know, again, there's no how we can play with getting stuff by a certain time. You get it? It's all out there someplace.
Yep.
And then this is what's cool, right? This is also why we teach the electric slide in Manifesting Mastery, right? Because you can take something that's out there and slide into it, right?
Yes.
Michael Harper, hey buddy, nice to see ya. Seriously, here.
Oh, you're giving Michael a hug.
You got nice boobs. Anyway.
What? It's a man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Anyway, but the second part here, this is really cool. I know not to restrict ourselves to time, so you're sort of sliding in there, but I would like to get some insight into the topic. So notice how you stepped into it, right? This is subtle stuff, and it's not the words. It's literally, if you were here, I'd even point out to you, watch how you're making movies out there, and then this other thing you slide into. And people will do this. They'll sit across from me, right? And I'll be going, yeah, like I'm imagining having a lovely life and so on. But you know what happens, right? So they'll be making an image right here, right? Right here, they make an image. And yeah, it's lovely. I like it. It's lovely. It's neat. But every time I talk to men, and what they move into, right, is total suck. Anyway, we can't do that on a live call. We can, but it's not as much fun. So come to Australia in March, April, May. All right. So the whole time thing, right? So I'm going to give a real example because everybody goes hypothetical on this. Ready? We needed paperwork from the UK to get married by Sunday, or else Tuesday I'm on a plane. Right? Let's call that a real deadline.
Yeah.
Right? Government says you must leave. By Tuesday. Unless you're married by the weekend. We're going to get married a couple months later, but it's like, well, they say I got to go bye-bye, right? So we get all this stuff moving. It was Thursday or Friday when the letterman, what do we call him?
Postman.
When the postman, who only rings twice, the
Letterman show.
brings the package we need, right? Yeah. Now here's what's cool.
Yeah.
My primary imagining the whole time was living here married. Knowing what it's like to walk the property while we take care of it, while we groom it, while we love it.
Yeah.
Right? I wasn't imagining being overseas for a year while we sort through the visa issues.
So you weren't imagining the postman bringing the thing?
Now what happened...
You were imagining living here.
Now, while living in that state, suddenly this imaginal experience of the postie going, dude, right, shows up. And it's like, all right, he's happy to hand me something. All right. Now, how's the postie going to know what's in the package? Let's be honest, right? He can't.
Yeah.
But guess what happens? Like on the Thursday, we had to have it by Thursday or Friday. By Friday.
Friday.
So on, I believe it was the Thursday. Yeah, the postie's coming down the driveway. Yeah. And he looks at me and goes, dude! And I'm like, this is fascinating. I'm like, hey! He goes, I got something for you. I know. Right? And he goes, I love your sign.
Oh, that's when we used to put the sign
so we had a
up
lovely
on the
little
fence.
sign up on the fence
That's
that we
right.
put love notes on.
Yeah.
Right? We love you, have a nice day, rain's coming, put out some seeds, whatever, just little lovely little notes.
Yeah.
And he goes, I love your sign. I've been wanting to meet you for the longest time. You guys are cool. So
Yeah.
meanwhile, he gives me the documentation that we need, and I go in the house going, that was fun.
Yeah.
Right? That was fun.
Yeah.
You get it? This is what's cool. So, time frame. As long as you imagine a deadline's important, it's going to kill you, right? So even though I knew there was a deadline, right? Tuesday, Sunday, Friday,
Yeah.
right? And I'm working back, right? Working through my deadlines. I'm not giving attention to the deadline.
Yeah.
I'm married. I live here. I was imagining us rebuilding the cottage and so on. Guess what? Looking good. Imagining that kind of stuff, which I couldn't have done from overseas while we worked through our visa issues. It would have taken me like 9 months to a year to get back.
Yeah.
Right? Submit all this stuff, let them go through things. Meanwhile, what do I do in the States? Well, instead of accumulating assets here, I've got to spend money on rent there, and I try to keep sane. And liquor's cheap. Woo! I could be drunk the whole time. That'd be fun. Right? You get it? That's the difference. So stop imagining deadlines are important. Again, washing machine, right? Deadline. By the way, a lot of people get hooked on it, right? Rent. I got to manifest the money for the rent this month. Amber, rent this month, right? Yeah, versus right. What do you really want? Do you want to keep doing that? Right? What if you imagined up a lifestyle where you doubled your income and you work half the time, and you doubled your income and you worked half the time again? Do you think you'd give a shit about the rent? Okay. By the way, Victoria and I, we have a big financial problem with each other, right?
Problem?
Yes. I want to pay the internet by the year.
Oh, yeah.
Her and the accountant like it paid by the month. I try to explain the internet is important to me, right? I want to pay it by the year. And they both go. And so I snuck it in for 3 months last time.
Yes.
And Victoria goes,
Next
why?
time it's due, let me pay it. That's what I said to you. Because it's just accounting for that. It just makes my job more difficult because I've got to put the invoice in, but then we've paid more. And in my accounting software, you can't pay more, so I've got to put it to prepayments.
Right?
So,
Get it?
yes.
Now this is. Now, by the way, this is fun, right? Because I can hear her. She does she does the. And it's like I know what she found.
The 3-month payment, and it's not even exact. Yeah, we'll just pay $500 on it. It's just like,
why would I waste the time doing that?
Yeah.
Right? Now, by the way, this is what we want for you guys. Right? Husband and wife sit down. It's not going, well, Victoria, you know that bottle wine you like? It's $5 a bottle?
Yeah.
Cost you fucking much. You got to get the box this month.
The box.
Yep. We got to pay the rent.
The booze in a box.
Pay the rent. We figured out how. Right? Why do women always want to be gold diggers and drink the $5 a bottle of wine? Right? Anyway, all right. So
that's right, Bill.
Colbert.
That's
okay.
right.
So I think we covered all the questions.
did.
We got one more.
One
more.
was
So start
interesting.
typing your questions up.
It was just
from marathon.
Yeah, in relation to the Gangplank story.
Yep.
And I wondered that too because it seemed. So he said,
is so
why would Neville imagine going up the Gangplank instead of just being in New York?
Cool. What did he want?
To be in New York.
He wanted to go home. Okay. Now, if you read the story, it's really cool because Neville wanted to leave the island. Right?
Yeah.
He wanted to go home. So he wanted tickets. Right?
Oh, because he couldn't even get tickets.
He goes in and it's like you can't have tickets. It's like,
yes.
really?
So that was the end. Walking up the Gangplank, because it meant he had the tickets.
Yeah, walking up the Gangplank, I'm leaving the island, I'm going home. I went out of here.
Right.
So here's the cool thing. So he could have imagined being in New York or dying in California in 1972.
Yeah.
Or he could just go, right, what would imply that I'm out of here?
Yeah, got you.
Yep, getting on the boat.
Yeah. Because actually you do say play with timelines as well. So,
Yes.
I mean, one of them for him could have been in his New York apartment.
Walking around in his
further out.
skivvies.
Like for us, it was like one that you often say might be if you want to get married, don't imagine the engagement ring or
the tags.
Or the tags, but the photo album in 20 years' time. So it's like playing with those timelines, how they would all imply the wishes being fulfilled.
What's the real wish? Right? I'm out of here. Right?
Yeah.
Boom. Right? Now here's the cool thing, right? A lot of people struggle. Well, because logically I should be imagining seeing the Empire State Building, because that would imply that I am in New York. Get this figuring it out? Yeah. But where's Neville feel it? Yep, Victor, see ya. Give me my kid. Right?
Give me my kid.
Right? To the top of the Gangplank, kid.
Wife.
Later. Boat.
Got you.
I love Neville's attitude, by the way. So let's say there's two sides to this, right? One side, what shows up on the live calls is the attitude of play and dance. And you need that. Okay, yes, it's a crass commercial. I think we've got 3 or 5 spots left or something like that. So they're going to book, right? And then you can get in next week if you want, then we'll take a little break.
Yeah.
But this is really important, because if you're going to war with this, pay the rent, pay the rent, pay the rent, have the money in time, have the money in time, have the money in time. It's tough, right? Versus, I know sometime, probably in the next 2 years, I'm going to fly to the States. Okay, I just know that. I'm not going by July the 1st, 2000. Yeah, I could give a shit, but I just feel, you know what? I got to go try to drag my dad back and say hi to my mom.
Yeah.
Right, and it's not a shocker. Right, but it's also not like I must do it by Christmas so that. No, I just know. Maybe at some point I'll wake up, or Victoria will wake up, and she'll go, "You got to go this spring." And I'll say, "Okay." Yeah, you get it. You know, when there's the knowing, you know it. Deadline out there, something. Yeah. Versus right. But I know I live here with her, married couple. You're building the dream, right? There's what's cool. And the deadline just, So, we had one a long...
Michelle put up a question, Okay,
that's a different trip, 2020, but Abdullah said, yes, you're going for Christmas to Neville, and he did. Cool. Doesn't matter. Okay, when you look at it all, Neville felt the urge to go to Barbados. Now, his brother sends him the letter. Hey, Neville, you haven't been back here for a long time. Christmas is coming. Why don't you come back? You've got nothing going on. You're a deadbeat. Okay. Right? Boom. Got it? So it wasn't like Neville goes, right, to prove this works, I will manifest a trip by Christmas. Right? Yes. Or because tickets are cheap around Christmas, I will go then.
Yes.
You get it?
Yeah.
So it was a time period. It's sort of like knowing we've got plants that need planted, and we know we're planting them before summer.
Yeah.
We're not walking around fretting it. It's just a known. When you find the knowns, good morning, Brian, Vicky. So John says, quantum physics has shown that one does not exist as we understand it. So if you can affect change in the past, past occurrences have not been carved in stone. I don't care about quantum physics. So I will bring up the revision. Neville says revision literally changes the past. And there was a question that popped up. I'll toss this into the mix. So I remember the riots. I've changed how they've impacted my life by changing my memories of them. But I'm aware of the original event. It's sort of like a fictional thing about someone else. So it's not like every October 26th or 7th I start to cry, or if I see someone with a bag over their head or someone wearing a brown uniform that I start freaking the fuck out and start beating people with a rock and a sock. That was the old days.
Yeah.
Right? So I've changed the memory. I've changed my experience. Right? Now here's the so I can say revision changes my reaction to the past. And when I meet psychologists, none of them tell me that I had PTSD. They all say, you were misdiagnosed. I said, really? If you met the guy that was alive in this Ursuit in 1991, you would have been saying, right? On the other side of the coin, if you fully revise something, from what I can tell, okay, let this cook your noodle. What if you revise something to the point where it all changed? You'd have no memory of what it used to be, right? Just let that cook your noodle. because there's no way to prove what I just said. But I'm going to invite you to play with it. Because if you're passively accepting anything that you don't like in life, you don't get it. So what if revision literally does change the past? Not just the memories of it, not just in you, but in other people. Okay? Just let that cook your noodle. We had a big one there, so I'm going to assume it's a question. When it comes to imagining and living in the end, I have my main act, let's say, but does it muddy the water to continue imagining other scenes from the end? If you're done, you're done. Right? Once you know pizza's for dinner, you can move on to dessert, or what kind of beer you're going to have with it, or what you're doing tomorrow. So once you actually nail an end, unless you just want to experience it just for fun, right? I've imagined the cottage and the garden and some helpers around here way more than once. But it's not like, right, fuck, I gotta push, garden, right? It's more like, I just sit back and notice, wow, cool, never saw a tree there before. Victoria, what do you think about putting a tree there? 20, I was just thinking about that. Really, let's talk, right? Get it? So if you notice what Neville did with the Gangplank story. Every time his mind wandered, he brought it back until they reached the top of the Gangplank. Daughter, Victor, see ya, give me the kid, right? Nail it. How do you know that you've nailed it? You know. How do you know that pizza's for dinner?
Yeah, because he's... sometimes I used to think, well, you're taking an example and really, like, pizza for dinner. But I get it now, because it's like something as simple as that, like, we'll have chicken for dinner, or whatever it is. Once you know, that's what we're going to do, it's like that's the wish fulfilled. Like when you're doing your state of when you know that wish is being fulfilled, that it's happening, it's as simple as that.
Sure,
knowing.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so once you've ordered the pizza, you don't call the pizza shop up every 10 minutes.
So when,
right,
when's
it coming? It's coming. Right?
Did you remember me?
By the way, so one time, I knew pizza was for dinner. And Victoria got a pizza and I got a pizza, and they brought me their own fucking pizza.
That's right. Because you wanted something. You wanted cold beer.
I wanted cold beer and pizza. That's what I imagined.
That's right.
Here's the problem. The beer's warm.
You didn't realise.
So I stuck the beer in the freezer. Right?
Yes.
It's still warm when the pizza gets there. I open it up and it's like, for fuck's sake. I called them up and I said, hey guys, let me ask you a question. What the fuck did you send me?
It's not my white anchovy pizza.
And it's like, oh, we did send you. Oh, well, someone else is getting something. Yeah.
And then we got it. Because it was like, of course.
So like 30, 45 minutes later, my pizza shows up.
Yes.
Piping hot with two free desserts.
Yes.
Right?
I think I ate both.
Yeah. Now get how cool that is.
Yeah.
Right? Because now I've got cold beer.
Ice cold beer.
Hot pizza.
Yeah.
Victoria's got dessert.
Yes. Yeah.
Score.
Yeah.
Right? This is fun. Back here. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. See you doing all the bringing critters out of the ocean.
A revision can change the hurt and harm that is done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah.
If it couldn't, some people... let's close with this bit.
Yeah.
A lot of people, because I'm in a couple of different LOA groups and a couple Neville groups that aren't mine.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to me the number of people that go, guys.
Oh, go on. Yeah, you keep going, Bubba.
What are you barking at?
Hey.
So it amazes. I want to imagine winning Survivor. Cool. That may or may not be in the middle. Who knows? But here's the thing. If you really dive into this, you're going to find you don't need much else. Right? Everything that we put out is basically the resultant of our play here. We put out Manifesting to the Max, which would fit in good with some of the questions today. By the way, especially the 18-inch adventure.
Yeah.
Everything that we put out is an exploration of our personal play with this stuff. You'll notice what we don't put out. Here's a recording of a self-love meditation. And between listening to the recording and letting the subliminal things go in and muck with your subconscious, right, you get to look in the mirror and say, I love you, 20.
Yes.
I love you. I do. Now watch this, ready? Because that will change your subconscious, right? Versus, watch this. If I walk around every day and say, By the way, I do tell her I love her every day. But if I walk around saying, I love you, Victoria, I need you to feel that I love you, Victoria.
Yes.
I love you, Victoria. I love you, Victoria. Right?
Yeah.
After a while, it's like, fuck, man. Right?
Yeah, I've got to get away from him. I don't want him to tell me this anymore like that.
So here's the thing. If you play with the tools, you get to discover you are love. If you don't play with the tools, you're going to have to every day have to do, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I'm nuts. Right? I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I'm nuts. I'm going to do my self-love limitation. I'm going to write, I love you on the mirror, and I'm going to say it lots so that I feel it. Right? Or you can discover you are loved by playing with the tools and getting everything you want in life because you are God having the adventure of a lifetime. Meanwhile, what a great show. 58 live viewers so far.
Yeah, and Michelle, we're going to
her.
have to wind up now, and you had a question right at the very beginning.
So
and
shoot it to us.
You might have left already or something, I don't know. But yeah, PM20, we can
put it
include it on next week's show or somewhere, the 8th. Yeah, we'll see how we go.
All right.
Thanks, Virginia. You got a few links there.
Let's Virginia the link.
Fuck them, says yes.
Lady chick. Alrighty.
Okay.
So,
yes.
Smash that like button. Share this show. We love the
Yes.
show sharers. We love everyone, even those who don't share the show.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, I shared the monkey video 7 times. Right. Meanwhile, and we'll see some of you guys on. We'll hear you on Sunday.
Sunday, yes. Which means we won't be having a show. Your Sunday, our Monday.
We'll tell them. Some people are going to hear that, then you just won't tune in tomorrow. They said there's no show. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Hey,
Okay.
So,
stick around for the week.
God.
We'll talk about it later.
Victoria said the N word. Oh, you should
All
hear
right. Oh, Sam pulled a patty. Look at that.
Look at Sam pulling a patty. This is awesome. Alrighty, so.
Yes, sorry, Gary.
Like, share,
Excuse
Gary.
me. Right. So what we want to know is, just like what Sam did, pulling the patty, what did you learn? What did you learn about you? And what was your best bit?
That is the rightness everyone said it shall prevail. Meanwhile, back at the French.
And back at the French, go to freenever.com.
All right. Join us on that live call if you haven't, or if you don't want to, go to wargamedance.com.
Yeah, that's a goodie.
Because you get like 5 hours of recordings of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
We've
and
lost 7, 8 people.
Yeah, they know
like
we're going. They don't want to hear all that stuff.
Oh my God.
So we'll quick.
Yeah, take the free shit and leave.
Look, they've already 10. For refunds, go to feelatrealfun.com.
That's right. If you're not here, go there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Another one's dropped. Oh, 2 came back.
2 came back. We love that. La 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 la.
See you tomorrow.
All right, Link Chick Lady. Okay.
Yeah, Virginia. Link Chick Lady. Oh, is that what you're going to call
title.
You propose.
Excellent.
Okay, Link Chick Lady.
Okay, smash, love, like,
we'll
share.
Just say LCL.
LCL.
Okay.
Angus is not laughing now. That is the rightness. So, there we go.